So my name is Dawn Johnston. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Communication and Culture at the University of Calgary. And I was actually involved in this project last year and represented sort of the university as an institution with the It Gets Better campaign, talking about the fact that I do research on queer studies and teach subjects relating to LGBTQ issues, and my contribution to the It Gets Better campaign was pretty institutional. Throughout the year, I kind of regretted the fact that I didn't talk about myself at all. And it really made me realize that talking about what I do is a lot easier for me than talking about who I am. So that's what brought me back this year. I am an out faculty member at the University of Calgary. My sexuality feels in a lot of ways like a very small part of my identity, but is also a huge part of the way that other people see me. So I think that for that reason alone, it's important to self-identify in a way that might be useful for other people. I've been at the University of Calgary for gosh, I guess about 14 years now. I came as a grad student and came with a girlfriend. It was a new part of my life. I didn't identify as a gay youth. I have one of those sort of semi-complex coming out stories that doesn't even really involve so much coming out. I fell in love with a person, and that person wasn't who I expected to fall in love with, but things happened, and 14 years later, here I am with that same person. It's important for me to, I guess, acknowledge that my sexuality, while it might feel like a small part of my identity, there are so many things that I identify as first. I identify as a teacher. I identify as an academic. I identify as a Newfoundlander while living in Alberta. There are a lot of things that matter to me about my identity, and my sexuality kind of comes far down the list some of those times. But it's something that makes me who I am. It's something that has dramatically influenced the way that I interact with other people, the academic path that I've taken, the intellectual interests that I've got, and the way that I relate to students. And when I looked back at those It Gets Better campaign videos from last year, I kept thinking that was a real missed opportunity to say to young people, you can be who you are. And being in an environment like the university, and the University of Calgary in particular for me, is an environment where being who you are is easier. I don't think that being out and really public about sexuality is something that's comfortable for all people. And it's definitely not comfortable for all people all the time. But in the spaces where you can make a difference, I think it's important to do so. I'm happy to tell students that I am a gay faculty member. I'm happy to sort of represent that role within a community where there's not a lot of out people some of the time. So it's where I feel like I can do my part to make a difference in the world. If I could leave you with anything, it would be to say, much as I said last year, with a little less openness, the things that make you different now are the things that people are going to love about you in the future. They're the things that will make you unique. They're the things that will give you a source of strength and pride and will give you a way to feel like you matter. So hang in there. Things do get better. There's lots of things that we can be doing right now to make things better immediately, and figure out for yourself what place within that sort of larger puzzle you can fit in a way that will make you feel proud of who you are and make you recognize the difference that you can make. It gets better.